You ready? Oh my goodness. Hi, my name is Juanita Wilson. I'm connected with the Best Start program because I do have two grandchildren, and I want to be part of the community with Best Start because they have a lot of resources and information to help me with the growth of my grandchildren. Currently, I'm involved in the Central Neighborhood Advisory Committee, which is a community centrally located in Long Beach, California. Um, we prioritize youth. We try to do youth community things to invite the community. In fact, we have one coming up for autism. I'm part of that committee. I've been part of that since 2000, maybe 2004, 2005. I'm also a Beta Pi Sigma sorority tall chapter. Currently, we're passing out scholarships. In fact, I just took some over to Poly High School, and our logo is Youth Takes Priority. And I'm also a part of Best Start, which is under the organization of Long Beach Forward. I've been a part of that since, I believe, 2011, and I'm really enjoying that because I get a chance to meet different cultures and different people and share information and resources. And I'm really enjoying Best Start Central Long Beach. My connection to Long Beach is I've been out here since 1999. I volunteer in the whole city of Long Beach at this particular time, and I love Long Beach City. When I grew up, I saw women in my community volunteering, mostly taking care of their children, making sure they get to school on time and participating in all school events. I did see a lot of women, and they did a lot of gardening, and especially my grandmother. She was one of my role models. She did a lot of volunteering in the South, and the gardening and the taking care of the children, sewing and sharing. So she was one of my role models, my grandmother. My grandmother's name is Sally Marie Curry. She's from Edgewater, Alabama, which is up in Birmingham, Alabama, off Highway 95. What I remember about my grandmother is how she worked in the cotton field, and she took care of 5 kids, and she had a husband that worked on a railroad because he was light-skinned and he can get away with it. So he worked on the railroad, was gone most of the time. So she was the main caregiver and caregiver of her children, and she worked in the cotton field. And she used to send us a dollar. She had a lot of grandchildren because she had 7 children. She used to put a dollar in an envelope and send it for each one of our birthdays. That is one of my greatest memories of her. She never forgot her grandchildren. I hear stories about when she had her children, she was in the cotton field and her uterus fell out, but she had to continue to work in the field. Like I say, she raised 7 children. I seen she used to make dresses out of croquet sack, and her daughters, they would wear the clothes. She'd make them out of croquet sacks. She used any kind of material that she had to provide for her family. She had a big garden. As I said, she worked in the cotton field, but she had a big garden. You know, they produced their own crops and lived off the crops. And they had a steam house where they had hogs and pigs and chickens where they would feed off of during the winter months. And she was an Eastern Star also. Her and her 2 sisters. Her 2 sisters were school teachers. She didn't get an opportunity to go because she was raising children. But she was an Eastern Star, and she was very well known in the community. Well, also, I'm a Mama J Jackets. I started 6 years ago, just putting the word out with the close people that I was around at that particular time. We would collect used coats, and a couple of us would go to the laundromat and wash them, hang them up and box them. Maybe if we start off with maybe about 100, 150, I would pass out used jackets. Okay, that was the first year. A couple of people helped me. The second year, did the same thing, only the community started giving me a few new jackets. So the word got spread around because I was in the neighborhood leadership program, and I put it on social media to say I need some volunteers. I asked for help and I got it. And so more people started getting involved, maybe about 5 girls at that particular time. So they helped me with the jacket drive. And today, now I usually collect about 200 new jackets, the accomplishment. And people just volunteer. Best Start was one of the ones that helped me this past December, pass out maybe 200 new jackets to the children. And I really appreciate Best Start Central Long Beach for their assistance. I've taught the young girls in my family. I have 14 grandchildren. It's 7 girls. Whenever I go volunteer somewhere, because I am a member of quite a few organizations in the community, I take them with me. I have them volunteer their services, passing out papers or speaking to the people, just to get them socialized with adults and what adult people do. So this is stem into them as they grow older. And that's what I do. I take them with me. You have to expose your children, otherwise they won't know. Currently, my son, Jeremiah Roseborough, is involved with Best Start. I pulled my son in because he's caring for 2 minor daughters at this particular time. Unfortunately, the mother's not here in the picture, but that's okay. They're in a loving environment. My son Jeremiah and my other sons, I've always taken them with me when I volunteer. I go to work, I come home, and I go volunteer at whatever school they were at. That's usually where I was volunteering at, just to show them that I was around. Jeremiah started going to fatherhood class. In fact, he was connected with it with Long Beach for maybe about 4 years, going to their classes for fatherhood. And then the system and the universe worked it where the 2 girls were dropped off on our porch. So it lined up. And then that's how we got started with Best. It just, everything lines up. When you do good, stuff line up for you, baby. Currently, one of my issues with the community is that the involvement, especially the parents that's not coming to the parent-teacher conferences and the PTA meetings. They're not getting involved with their children like they used to. Also, the homelessness and the gang violence. But I don't get involved in that political arena. My concern now is passing resources out and sharing information. But I wish the community would come together and start being involved with their children's life. I would like the young girls and young women to try to get involved. But first of all, they got to have a peer to follow or mentor them. But I would like the young girls to get involved in the political arena or the business life, the financial. I think the community should get involved to find out resources and information and to pass it on. You have to pass information on, otherwise your family be lost and also the community. And women especially, because women are really naturally caretakers, and they do really care about their community and their family usually. So I think women should stay involved and be involved.